Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. We are Group 4A. Our topic today is customer centricity. We're going to share what we learned from the article called The Path to Customer Centricity with you all, and let's get started. Background. The concept of customer centricity and its benefits have been discussed for more than 50 years. Despite these facts, many firms are still struggling to fully align themselves to the customer-centric paradigm. In such an environment, companies are realizing that customer centricity provides the best means to develop close and profitable relationships with their customers. Now, we know that there are lots of product-centric companies wants to transform into customer centricity. But the problem is, how? Then let's figure out the way of the transformation. There are 4 factors that could be the barrier on our way of transformation. They are organizational culture, organizational structure, organizational process, and organizational financial metrics. Organizational culture. Customer-centered cultures are shaped by the beliefs and mental models people use to make sense out of a confusing, fluctuating market reality. The 2 distinctive beliefs found within customer-centered organizations are: understanding comes from living with customers and that customer loyalty is the key to long-run profitability. A further set of beliefs concerns whether marketing is an expense or an investment. The most obvious outcroppings of a customer-centered culture are the behaviors that senior managers and employees exhibit as they make choices about how to spend their time. Overall, cultures can be either an important facilitator of performance or a major impediment. Organizational structure. An ideal customer-centric organization implies having all functional activities integrated and aligned to deliver superior customer value. Organizational process. The firm processes for developing and sustaining customer relationships differ from those aimed at execution of efficient customer transactions. Hang and Fro, in 2005, identified 5 generic processes that are essential for a firm to be customer-centric. There are 2 main challenges. The first one is cross-functional coordination. Hang and Fro pointed out that each one of these processes requires cross-functional coordination. Another key challenge concerning customer-centric processes is developing the ability to optimally match the customer's requirements with the right product or service. To achieve this, analysis should be ideally aimed at the individual customer level, so that the issue of customer heterogeneity can be fully addressed. Hence, the more a company can break down its customer into different groups with different needs and expectations, the better it can serve them. Organizational financial metrics. Financial metrics are not only important in motivating individual employees to be more customer-centric, they also are useful in helping marketing managers measure the financial implications of their decision-making and to think of marketing expenditures as investments. Then, how can we overcome these barriers? Please look at this figure. This figure shows the exact factor that can help us solve a certain problem. Let's have a look one by one. First of all, leadership commitment. According to Day, the following 3 actions can signal the commitment of senior management toward a customer-first paradigm. 1. An enthusiastic emphasis on superior quality of service and customer relations, with occasional direct intervention to help solve a customer's problems. 2. Customer loyalty is the key to long-run profitability. Time spent visiting customers and listening aggressively for their point of view, and an insistence that all senior managers spend time with these customers. 3. An emphasis on customer and market issues, trends, needs, requirements, opportunities for advantage during strategy reviews. This needs to be supported with a willingness to invest resources in a deeper understanding of customers. For example, Bob Nardley, the CEO of the $82 billion home improvement company, Home Depot, requires all of his board members to make day-long visits to a dozen stores each year, and reports the findings to the executive management board. During these field trips, the board members typically spend time inside the store or in parking slots, chatting with customers to learn firsthand whether there are any customer-related issues. This form of direct customer feedback is then discussed with the top management during quarterly board meetings. Organizational realignment. Organizational realignment may start with the marketing function whose role is critical in transforming the firm to customer centricity. However, realigning an organization around customers may be a daunting task, especially for firms with decades of success in product-led growth. Here, integrating functions such as marketing, strategy development, and human resources management provide the mechanism for coordinating and allocating resources to the core processes. Whereas specialist functions such as research and development, and marketing research support and enhance the horizontal processes with new ideas. As with most organizational changes, realigning the structure is not enough. It is also necessary to instructionalize the appropriate system and procedures. Systems and process support. From the systems point of view, a critical component of customer-centric organizations is a centralized database. This serves as the means to provide a unified, comprehensive, and organization-wide view of individual customers irrespective of products purchased or channels employed by the customer. This entails a substantial IT investment commitment to set up an infrastructure for collecting, tracking, and integrating data at the individual customer and transaction level. For example, USAA archives complete information about its customers in the form of electronic files. These files are accessible to all of these approximately 2,500 service representatives throughout the organization, who can then use the information to personalize and customize each service encounter. This organization-wide sharing of customer information is a key contributor to USAA's impressive customer retention rate of 96%. Revise financial metrics. Realignment of an organization and its systems and processes will help infuse a customer-centric decision-making within the organization. However, this has to be supported with customer-centric metrics, because what gets measured gets done. As discussed earlier, customer-centric organizations typically rely on metrics such as customer equity, customer satisfaction, customer advocacy, customer loyalty, and so on to measure and manage the efficacy of their marketing initiatives. Conclusion: it is particularly difficult for a company to transform into customer centricity. However, firms that have managed to successfully traverse the path to customer centricity have reaped rich rewards in the form of superior financial performance and loyal customers. This is because customer centricity enables firms to achieve a competitive advantage that has proven to be sustainable and not easily encountered by competition. Review this figure one more time, and we're gonna say goodbye. Thank you very much for your watching. We are Team 4A.